Okay, today's lesson is lesson 170. There is no cruelty in God and not in me. No one attacks without intent to hurt. In the course, throughout the course, the attack is defined as uh, judgments. We know that as we are judging others, we criticize them in our mind, and then we condemn them. Oh, that's not nice. That shouldn't be like that. You know, those kind of comments we are constantly making in our mind, in our brain, in our head, is actually attack. When we are doing judgments, criticizing, and condemns, um, that is expressed in our face, um, and also in our tones, in our mean actions, and mean atmosphere. We carry negative energies. That is attack. So no one attacks without. But why we attack? We have, believe or not, Jesus is saying that you have intent to hurt. No one attacks without intent to hurt because we do have intent subconsciously to hurt others. So therefore we attack. This can have no exception. When you think that you attack in self-defense, okay, you are in dangerous situation. Somebody invaded in your personal privacy or space. So you need to defend yourself, self-defense. So therefore you attack. So when you think that you attack in self-defense, you mean that to be cruel. So Jesus saying that to attack in this way, right? Making sharp, cutting comments, being sharp and short temper, and reacting so fastly and negatively. This is attack, and Jesus saying this is cruelty. Wow, this to me, I'm shocked. I mean, you just naturally do that, but actually this is cruel. So you mean that to be cruel is protection. You are safe because of cruelty. You mean that you believe to hurt another brings you freedom. I didn't think this way. Jesus is waking me up to hurt or not to hurt your child, to hurt your spouse, to hurt your coworker in this way. You are not doing it physically, but you are making, you know, cutting comments and sharp and reacting in short temper. You know, this is hurting. Hurting another brings you freedom. You mean that to attack is to exchange the state in which you are in, right? This is you are in fearful state for something better, safer, more secure from dangerous invasion and from fear. Okay, you believe that to attack this way is to exchange your state, right, for better and safer and secure. How thoroughly insane is the idea that to defend from fear is to attack? To defend yourself from fear is to attack. How absurd, how insane it is. Here is the fear. Actually, if you are attacking from fear, more fear is begot, right? And fed with blood and make the fear grow and swell and rage. Thus, fear is more protected, more fear is protected and not escaped. Today, we learn a lesson which can save you more delay and needless misery than you can possibly imagine. It is this: you make what you defend against. You are making it up. And by your own defense against it, it gets real and inescapable. So lay down your arms. Only then you perceive it false, right? What is that it here? Whatever you are reacting to, right? So when you are laying down your arms, your defenses, right? Your sharp tongues, your frown, your negative energy, only then you perceive whatever you are reacting to is actually false. You are mistaken. You thought falsely. That's not what it is, right? It seems to be the enemy without that you attack. But actually, yet your defense sets up an enemy within. When you are attacking, your defense sets up enemy within, which is alien thought at war with you, depriving you of peace, splitting your mind into two camps which seem wholly irreconcilable. For love now has an enemy, an opposite, and fear, the alien, now needs your defense against the threat of what you really are. What we really are is actually love. We are love. We are created by love, for love, from love. So whenever we are living and acting unlovingly, we feel so bad. Okay? So fear alien now needs your defense against the threat of the fear thinks that what you really are love is very threatening because this love is disarming me, asking me to lay down my arms, right? So if you consider carefully the means attack by which your fancied, your imagined self-defense proceeds on its imagined way, you will perceive the premises on which the idea stands. First, it is obvious that you believe the ideas must leave their source. Okay? Whatever I'm attacking outside is nothing to do with me. That's what you are actually thinking. It is you who make attack and must have first conceived of it. Yet you attack outside yourself and separate your mind from him who is to be attacked with perfect faith that the split you made is real. So as you are attacking outside, you are, although you are loving, but you are perpetuating separation, strengthening and furthering your separation consciousness. That's what you are causing. You are the one who is causing suffering. Next are the attributes of love bestowed upon its enemy, right? Its enemy is fear. Okay, the attributes of love is bestowed upon its enemy, the fear. So fear becomes your safety, protector of your peace. Actually, love is actually the safety and protector of our peace, but fear now becomes your safety and protector of your peace, to fear, you turn. You turn to fear for solace and for escape from doubts about your strength, for hope of rest in dreamless quiet. And as love is shown of what belongs to it and it alone. So, what this one, like safety protector of your peace belongs to love and love alone. But love is shown of this thing. And love is endowed with attributes of fear. What is attributes of fear is, anger and cruelty. These attributes is endowed to love. Why? For love would ask you to lay down all defense as merely foolish, because love tells you, hey, wake up, lay down your defenses, your arms, that only hurt you. So, and then so that's why, love becomes dangerous. Okay, love is so dangerous because love tells me, to lay down what protects me, which is my arms. So love becomes something to fear. Here, so love would ask you to lay down all defense as merely foolish, and your arms indeed would crumble into dust, for such they are. With love as enemy, must cruelty become a god. So here, fear plus cruelty become your god. So at the center of our being, who is enthroned? The fear and cruelty. Actually, cruelty is the expression of fear. You are trembling inside. You are like shaking inside. You're so weak, right? And then that's why you're cruel. I would say cruelty, right? So God and fear and cruelty become your God. And God's this fear for God, this fear God, this cruelty God demand that those who worship them obey their dictates and refuse to question them. Harsh punishment is meted out relentlessly to those who ask if the demands are sensible or even sane. It is their enemies. Okay, it is always you. You are the one who are unreasonable and insane, while I am always merciful and just. Okay, people who are living like this, they always say, "You are the problem. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm the one who's right. I'm right. You are wrong." So it is their enemies who are reasonable and insane, while they are always merciful and just. Today we look upon this cruel God, okay, which is fear and cruelty, dispassionately. And we note that though his lips are smeared with blood and fire seems to flame from him, he is but made of stone. He doesn't move. He has no life. He can do nothing. He's but made of stone. Right? So we need not defy his power because he's not powerful. He look powerful, but He has no power. He has no life. He can do nothing. So therefore, we don't need to defy his power. He has none. So those who see in him, this cruel God, their safety, have no guardian, no strength to call upon in danger, no mighty warrior to fight for them. So this moment, like the moment of in danger, can be terrible. It seems terrible, but it can also be the time of your release from abject slavery, because you finally realize, wow, because this is made of stone. This is nothing. This can do nothing. This has no power. So therefore, you can make a choice standing before this idol. What is idol? This cruel God, made of stone, seeing him exactly as he is. Now you make a choice. You can just, you can, you can turn to love that you thought as dangerous, right? You misunderstood. You turn to love. You turn to God. Will you restore to love what you have sought to wrest from love, from it, and you try to lay before this mindless piece of stone? Would you like to restore whatever you sought to wrest and whatever you tried to lay before this stone to love? Will you make another idol to replace it? The God of cruelty makes many forms. Another can be found. Yet, don't think that fear is the escape from fear. Let us remember what the Course has stressed about the obstacles to peace. The final one, the hardest belief is nothing, and a seeming obstacle with the appearance of solid block, impenetrable, fearful, and beyond surmounting is what? The fear of God himself. Here is the basic premise which enthrones the thought of fear as God. For fear is loved by those who worship it, and love appears to be invested now with cruelty, right? Upside down, right? And so we need to put it right back, right side up. Where does the totally insane belief in God's vengeance come from? Subconsciously we believe that we we separated from God, and that we stole his inheritance. We became a prodigal son, and we even killed God. We dethroned him. So therefore, God is out here to get me. He is, always this vengeful God, trying to he's breathing fire, and he's threatening us with hell. He's going to throw me. Once he get me, he's going to get me and throw me into hell. That's what we really believe in subconsciously. So where does this totally insane belief in God's vengeance come from? Love has not confused. God has not confused his attributes with those of fear. Yet, the worshippers of fear must perceive their own confusion in fear's enemy, right? Which is love. Is cruelty as now a part of love? Those people who are worshiping fear, they believe God is cruel because whoever doesn't agree with him, he's going to get them and throw them into lake of fire. So what becomes more fearful than the heart of love itself? The blood appears to be upon his lips. The fire comes from him. He is terrible above all else, cruel beyond conception, striking down all who acknowledge him to be their God. The choice you make today is certain. You look for the last time upon this bit of carbon stone you made and call it God no longer. You have reached this place before, but you have chosen that this cruel God remain with you in still another form. So the fear of God return with you. This time you leave it here. You return to a new world, unburdened by its weight, beheld not in its sightless eyes, but in the vision that your choice restored to you. Now do your eyes belong to Christ, and he looks through them. Now your voice belongs to God and echo his. Now your heart remains at peace forever. You have chosen him in place of idols. Your attributes given by your Creator are restored to you at last. The call of God is heard and answered, and has fear made way for love, as God Himself replaces cruelty. Father, this is the prayer. Father, we like you. We are like you. No cruelty abides in us, for there is none in you. Your peace is ours. We bless the world with what we have received from you alone. We choose again and make our choice for all our brothers, knowing that they are one with us. We bring the brothers your salvation as we have received it now. We give thanks for them who render us complete. In the brothers we see your glory, and in them we find our peace. Holy are we, because your holiness has set us free, and we give thanks. Amen.